Welcome back to the Flow of Life Tarot. We are outside enjoying some beautiful fresh air and nature. You may hear birds, you may hear water flowing, and we're going to be looking at the week ahead. This is timeless whenever you watch it, so we're going to have 3 cards: beginning of your week, middle of your week, and towards the end of your week. And it doesn't matter when you watch this, it'll be that kind of week ahead, whether you watch it on a Tuesday, a Thursday, a Friday, whenever. Okay, where have we got? All right, one more card. So the week ahead for you. What are the flow of energies? What's the currents? Oh, okay, we've got two for this. We've got a bonus card. So, beginning of your week, how this is going to be looking. We've got this lovely look at the bigger picture. Okay, Sagittarius, Jupiter ruled energy. So very expansive. So straight away we're zooming out from the details and really just looking at the bigger picture. Excellent. Okay, and then that leads into nothing is yet set in stone with this mutable moon. I always see this as a Pisces moon, or Neptunian type energy. So that's interesting. So quite possibly that's why you're needing to zoom out and look at the bigger picture, because things are, I was going to say in flux, but perhaps more in flow, and they're not set in stone. So we have a bonus card, believe in the impossible, with this blue moon. And actually, blue moon is considered it's called that because it's a rare thing, and that's what we have this month. We have 2. It's when you have 2 moons in the same sign. So, or is it full moons? I'm going to have to fact check that, as always. But you get the gist of it. So we've got this new moon in Virgo that we just had the other day, and there'll be another one at the end of the month, or within 28 days. So the first is at 0 degrees Virgo, and the second is 29 degrees Virgo. It's a new moon, it's not a full moon. I think if it's a full moon, then that's when it's considered, because obviously you don't see the new moon. But still, it's a rare thing. I'm going to look into that because I think it's fascinating. This keeps coming up this a few times now. Don't let your past hold you back. So that's quite interesting. So the pair of them together, is pointing to it being quite a significant, powerful time whenever you're watching this. And it is that sort of leaping forward from past type energies, hence looking at the bigger picture, hence the reminder that things aren't yet set in stone. Wow, this is going to be quite an interesting week ahead for you. It looks, and also Jupiter ruled Sagittarius, also Jupiter rules sort of like philosophy and kind of culture exchange of ideas and different thinking. So you may be kind of being asked to keep an open mind because you're being presented with, or you have the opportunity for new types of new ways of looking at things, whether it is quite literally through travel or cultural development or cultural exchange, some way or other. Oh, wow, okay, and this is what flipped out. We have the Ace of Swords. So having this bigger picture, Sagittarius, expansive Jupiterian view, really zooming out, is going to bring this clarity of mind for you, which is a great start to any week. And then, oh my God, look. And then we have this Ten of Pentacles. And given that this says nothing yet is set in stone, the first thing I noticed is how much stonework and stonemason there is here. You've got this beautiful archway here. You've even got the emblem or the crest of the village or the community, like carved in. And then you've got these buildings in the background, this tower. So given that nothing yet is set in stone, there's a lot of finances available to you, a lot of financial resources, financial support, financial abundance. So that's, I think, a kind of like it's a kind of like, don't worry, you've got the financial resources. Things, don't worry about it. Things aren't set in stone in a good way. Oh God, and look at that, leading on to the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, you have so much financial support that you are self-sufficient and financially independent. And I'm sort of seeing financial freedom here, thinking with this South Node energy. It's like being catapulted into this energy. But of course, you'd never catapult the Nine of Pentacles. She's far too graceful for that. But it's if you think how the hawk flies, would that be a hawk that she has? A falcon. If you think how that flies, it's absolute. It's swift and precision. It's highly skilled. I was going to say aerodynamics. I was going to say aeronautical. Aerodynamics. Very sort of swift move. So this week is really preparing you for this beautiful place. And of course, what is it? Believe in the impossible. God, now, yeah. Wow. Believe in the impossible. This is definitely a profound week for reaching financial freedom, financial independence. Absolutely. Absolutely. There was another reading I did about feeling into your abundance. So if you've had a look at that already, that might be quite interesting. Okay, so Ace of Swords. Is there anything about this Ace of Swords with this bigger picture that we would be good to know? Queen of Pentacles. Well, she is absolutely the mother of nourishment and this fully empowered and abundant woman, much like the Nine of Pentacles, who, the Nine of Pentacles is like the precursor for the Empress energy. So absolutely, you are soaked in abundance. So having that bigger picture and having that clarity is what's going to support this very nurturing and nourished pentacle energy. And then here we've got the Queen of Swords. So again, another feminine energy. And this really kind of complements the Ace of Swords about keeping a clear head and keeping focused and keeping on point, keeping on target, keeping your eyes set on exactly what it is you want. So like focused, laser sharp awareness and clarity in your head. Just beautiful partnership with all these pentacles and with the advice of the moon cards. Absolutely stunning. So then we have okay, so we've got Seven of Wands here coming up. So I'm going to get another one. I feel this is, you're not going to have to battle off the competition. That might be a little concern or a fear. Yeah, you might get, these are natural, right? Especially when things are going well or when things are not going so well. At any particular time, the human ego can get a little bit tricky. So especially when things are going well, whether it's in love, money, finances, career, abundance, everything happy, healthy, these sorts of doubts popping up. And we've got two now, which is interesting because that's probably, there's probably a bit of reassurance is needed, or why else would it say believe in the impossible? Why else would it remind you to not let your past hold you back? Okay, those cards are here because you're stepping into this self-sufficient Nine of Pentacles energy, financial freedom energy, which we've already seen here with this Ten of Pentacles. And so these cards are here to remind you to not let your past hold you back, believe in the impossible. And the reason why you need to be told that is because you are, believe in the impossible, let go of these sort of locked thinking of the Two of Swords and this sense of competitive, having to, fight off the competition, or even that sort of win, lose, do or die dynamic might be something that's rearing its head at the end of the week. So that's why you've got this sort of reassurance here, just to give you an extra boost of confidence, like not to worry. And like I said before, nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, and I want to get one more card to go with, specifically with this, I was going to say Queen of Pentacles. The the Nine of Pentacles, which I just said a moment ago is the precursor for the Empress. I was just calling for one card for this. Wow. Okay, that's why this advice is here, is because this is what you're stepping into. You're absolutely stunning. And look, that I just want to show you what's on the bottom of this. That I was shuffling as this flipped out. So we've got Judgment here. So this is very profound. And what do we have here? Wheel of Fortune. And in that shuffling process, this is what flipped out, the Empress. I don't know if you understand how, I don't know if I can emphasize how profound this is. This is absolutely phenomenal. This is where your week is taking you. Absolutely stunning. And I did a week ahead the other day, last week in fact, and what came up was something about it also being about the next 6 months ahead, because there seemed like so much was going on. It suddenly became very clear that that was also a 6-month arc kind of story, and I love the fact that in the process of shuffling and that flipped out, but these were at the bottom of this mid shuffle. So if you feel like luck and fortune hasn't been on your side, you have got Jupiter beginning the week with Sagittarius. Good fortune and abundance is here for you. There's been a judgment call in the heavens, and you are absolutely divinely guided and divinely supported through this, which is stunning and powerful energy. And the light is fading, so I'm gonna wrap that up there for you. And wow, absolutely stunning energy, absolutely stunning. That's awesome, really beautiful. Okay, I claim this reading, and I hope this helps. Yeah. Okay, see you next time. Take care. Bye.